Barbarian Lunatic Productions. Awesome! Escape the age.
Why do you have no furniture? This question really stuck with me. Okay, first question, would you consider this a mess? You know, used cutlery is being placed in the position where it can either be used again to save water or moved somewhere else. I am following Christopher, who's a writer desperate for attention, trying to spread whatever he finds and share his unique perspectives with the world. Now, this is all donations that I received through food, some of it given directly to me, some offered for anyone who likes. Yes, my neighbors save food from the supermarkets, and I can then have food for free sometimes, which is nice. It's starting to show that I have gathered glasses to make I don't know what yet. It's also starting to show that for some reason I need sugar at the moment, possibly for the rest of my life. And now I'm getting towards this question. I could either make a really strong black tea or just stick with coffee. And because the original plan was coffee, well, that's the hardest thing to do if you want to figure out what you want, is to really figure out what you want. That was, by the way, sweetened condensed milk, which came to me in a movie, but which took me a long time to actually even consider. Now, I think as long as my mind is not messy, and this is something that can be cleaned in a jiffy. And the weird thing is, even before I had anything to do with cannabis, people already called me. I'm not saying I have to smoke, but sometimes I feel like I got to. And, that's the truth. Some people may find, because in German the word for smoking cannabis is kiffen, which I find inappropriate, to say the least. And I'm not quite sure where it's coming from. I'm reluctant to show you anything for some reason, because I have the feeling it's too private. Is it too private to show how someone cleans his apartment? I took sweetened condensed milk, I took a bit of cinnamon, I took peanut mousse, not butter, mousse, and then I mixed them. And then I've got now some kind of sweet peanut paste, which will possibly give me a boost tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm doing something. What I seem to be doing is pushing through my own boundaries, my ideas that I need anyone at all. And today was a day again that showed me actually that obstacles can be overcome and that there is no need for violence, and that most of the violence happens because people are reluctant to give each other some space. Now, of course, if you're like, I don't know, a landlord, I mean, how much can people... So let's think about this. I pay rent to live in a home. Sure, I get that. How much can I be restricted to follow the rules that are being pushed upon me from the outside world? So I pay rent, and I feel like in this kind of environment I definitely need, or for making my art, I definitely need to smoke cannabis. And if you have these machines that tell you when there's gonna be a fire, you can't really smoke, or you could only smoke with an open window. So either you have to stop smoking, which is a good attempt at a different life, or you have to take down these alarm things. Now this is just something I want to do because if I don't do it now, it's just gonna go bad. A valid point to ask at this stage is, why is he talking about this? Maybe you still don't understand. I can only talk about the things that are true in my own life. Struggles with women, struggles with myself. I mean, what meaning would it have to me to talk about the war in whatever country, because I'm not there? If I would live there or travel there, I could talk about it. But unless I'm doing so, blah. What is this? What is there to really talk about? So, let me just talk about food. This is cucumber, obviously. And I had this plan already for some time Only I waited until now, and I'm not sure why. Because either I wanted to record it, or I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm not sure why I wait for these things. I just did a bunch of other videos, just rendered them, just recording things, and then I render them. To simply create different kinds of content and to keep it variable. I'm somehow reluctant to give in to the notion that I keep having of doing another one of these Let's Play videos. Because believe it or not, I start feeling too old for them. Now this is just going to be some kind of cucumber salad. Yeah? Like very simple, which you get by, I've never done it not exactly like this. You slice cucumbers, however many you want, and you put salt on top, and then you put it into the fridge. And when you're ready, you can eat it. Now the rest of this sweetened condensed milk will warm up my coffee. I don't know why I just said it like this, it just felt like that's what wanted to be said. Because I want to make an Arabian style coffee just to see what I'm going to do. So now I'm just going to put salt on top. If I would have cumin seeds, I would put them in there. I do not have cumin seeds. Will I have them? To be honest. Right, so I do have food at home. It's not like I don't have anything. But today I just felt like I need... Okay, you see, I do have cumin seeds. And there's also black pepper seeds. And there's coriander pods. And fennel seeds. Now this is going to go through this thing. And I can... Right, and then I can eat it later. I have no more fat or oil at home. Except for this, these basically empty ones, which I use to rub it under my armpits with bicarbonate of soda so I can have non-smelling armpits, because this bicarbonate of soda neutralizes stench, or what you may call smell. If it's neutral, right? If it's neutral, it's smell. If it's biased, it's stench. Unless stench to you is a neutral word. Maybe you love stench. Right? I don't really recognize stench anymore. I think I can close myself off. Okay. Yeah, I'm not overly sure. This is. Look, it's coming way slower out of the pipes because it's being squeezed through the filter And then there's something that makes turbulence, ceramic turbulencer. And then you can see how the water is being swirled around. And that stands in opposition to how it's usually done. How it's usually done is, of course, different. How it's usually done is, it's just like, and then it's very disturbed water. And if you then drink that, I don't know, I feel like my soups, my food, if I cook with this water, it actually tastes better. Which does not, also more gentle. It does not mean that I will always feel like cooking, because believe me, at the moment I don't. And the reason I don't is probably because I stuffed myself. So that I wouldn't, that I would have to stay slow and kind of silent. So that I could relax into sleeping rather than working like a horse all the time. Which seems to be the only way to restrain me. It's either, give me a beautiful woman, or give me food. Keep your man, because it's pointless. It's a waste of energy. That's what I'm feeling. It's a waste of energy. Because all men I find are selfish. Okay. You see? This is an interesting concept. Because I don't have a very good description of what is happening to me at the moment, right? All I can do is art and just show you, you probably won't be able to see this. I mean, I'm just wearing a jacket. I don't have any fancy things to put this stuff on. So I just, fix it on my jacket. This is impossible to show you, of course, unless I really wanted to. So now I'm heating up the kettle. Now this is a good way to restrain yourself and to start shooting out in the open or whatever. So how I usually do it is, because this is a fairly small thing to be using. So I already know tomorrow I'm gonna do dishes. Just saying, if somebody else would live here, they probably would go insane. No, I'm just saying, this is not entirely child-friendly at the moment, but as I cannot have a child on my own, of course, there would have to be a woman willing to put up with such a man. You know, this is from one of my hiking gear. I'm just gonna put it like this. It's hiking gear. Now, I have never used this with coffee. It's really sweet, just for anyone who wants to know. It has 8% fat. It's heat treated, it says. It's got lots of sugar. 56.4, which is more than half. But if you can handle with it, if you can deal with it, I mean. Just to show you some of the things that I can do. Okay, you know, don't look at the clothes, okay? Don't look at the clothes, you know, it's not your business, you know, I'm gonna take care of that, don't worry. I'm just saying, you know, this is just, right? This is how I do things. Because I don't have a sink. Right. Because this is my office. You know, I don't do this all the time. I just did it now because I like the idea of having it clean. Now, I'm not like, I know I just use this, right? I'm just gonna clean the surface. This is gonna be my lid. You know, I know what it takes for me to get myself to create content. So now I'm going to take this. I'm gonna make sure I will not use it again for anything else. I mean, this year. Okay, now, what do I have to do? Well, normally the way I do this, I take a few spices. There are already spices in this mix. So I did not know, in the sense that you would know, that you're gonna do something. Right, so I did not know that I would do this. But I feel like, you know, I would like to watch Heroes, but the question is always, what's it matter? I mean, do you need to watch it again? Because I've already watched it. I know what it's trying to say. I know what it is about. These are cloves. Okay? Cloves. I like cloves. They help me. It says they're antibacterial. You know, sometimes I talk like just a really random person. You know that line in Terrence McKenna where he says, "They say it helps to close your eyes, cowboy." The question is, should I sleep? Absolutely not. I also don't know what I'm supposed to do because everything seems like a drag, it seems tedious. And that's of course also, that's the emotions that I pour into my coffee. Well, I sometimes think I'm starting to feel like it would be much better. So this is a blend of cocoa powder, 1 coffee and spices. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You see? 2 last time I took 3. This time I'm gonna stick with 2. because I'm still gonna stretch it, you know what I mean? So the question is it strong enough? So you want to have it at the strength that it can help you. If you make coffee but you're afraid of it being too strong, then you probably shouldn't drink it. No, I'm just saying. I do not agree that, if you smoke cannabis, I don't think we should really smoke in the presence of children. This is just what I'm doing at the moment because I'm kind of trapped in here and there's nobody around. Normally I would put sugar into this, but because I'm using sweetened condensed milk now, I'm also experimenting. I just want to see how these things make me feel. And right now I have to say I feel terrible. That's having ingested a mixture of, lots of sugar. I ate some kind of cornflakes, these nugget bits. Just made me feel sick. But yeah, I just wanted to sleep. Because the reality that I find myself in is once more too difficult. No money, running out of options with my website. Because, it's like, it's Green Geeks. They say they make like green servers and stuff. I think it's just shit, it's just marketing. But if the people live in the mentality and they actually do live kind of good and nice lives. I like my website. I think it has a nice vibe. Question, can I maintain it? I have no idea, but experience is showing me over and over again that every time I check, there's just nothing. So how am I supposed to think that anything's gonna change for myself? You see, I've been doing this for a while now, and however humble I appear to be, I also would like to earn or love to earn my own money. But at the same time, I'm not sure if would I know what to do with it? I think I would like to have a family first. So that's all, if you want sugar in there, you put sugar in there. And then you can drink it straight like this. Or you mix it with water and then you have some kind of Moroccan Americano thing. You can add cardamom into this, you can put coriander, some people even use ginger spice. I use black pepper once. I feel like this could be stronger. And it says maybe it's better to listen to this. Sometimes I'm not so sure. I had the feeling, right? That's like in 8 Mile, that guy saying, instead of, what do they usually have? 45 seconds. You're gonna get 1.5 minutes apiece, or something like that. How is this guy called again? This is a nice way of cooking, by the way. If there's no woman standing looking over my shoulder, which may never be there, and I'm well aware of that, which is why I have to find better ways to live alone in this cave. I have to find better ways. Instead of stuffing myself, maybe I should start stretching out. Maybe instead of smoking all the time, I should just go for a walk. Because if I need to breathe, now I really think there's sugar missing in there. And this stuff, the sweetened condensed milk, is really sweet. So now I'm just cooking this. There's no real rule for me. All it takes is the will to make coffee and to do something else. But there is, in what kind of spirit. So there's this saying which you may have got from Ramdas, where he says, You know, there's a right way to make tea, and then there's probably a right way to make coffee, which is holding your consciousness, you know, and cooking with love. Love is attention, people. If you pay attention to your children, they may thrive. But if you just give them all the time what they want, then you're not paying attention, because if you would have realized why children are throwing tantrums in supermarkets, then because maybe you give in too easily. Or maybe you decided not to give in once in a while. And then the child's just going to keep throwing its tantrum, and then, you know, why should it reflect badly onto you if your child is simply an idiot that cannot deal with, you know, just keep the judgment to yourself. I mean, just say, hey, wow, you know, I'm a parent in the position of having a disobedient child. Maybe I shouldn't take him to the supermarket anymore, because apparently it's too much. Because now the child thinks, you know, oh, I can choose, but, you know, the reality is it actually cannot. And that's the problem. You know, I have been given a lot of presents as a child, and you keep thinking, oh, wow, my parents worship me. And in a way, it is like this. You know, parents worship their children, because children are these little bulbs of light, because the parents forgot how to be that themselves. And that's then the teaching of spirituality. Learn to be it yourself, which is why I'm again at the point where I would just like to throw this away. And I think I'm gonna get there, where I just do not drink this coffee anymore. This is definitely, I like it better if I cook it with the sugar. And this says, I think it would be better to throw this away. Yeah. Who are you to tell me that? Okay, now this is going to be strange. Things were never getting better. This is a sentence that keeps presenting itself to me. Oh, wow. Is it nice? Well, it's sugar. More lies. More lies. You need the sugar is a lie. Nobody needs anything. Okay. I'm trying to get there. This is tea. And I'm still trying to figure out if I'm supposed to hold on to this woman that I said I would want to be with, or if I should just let her go. Just for respect, I'm not going to show you. Yeah, I think it's off limits. There has to be a room that's off limits. And that's it. That was Moroccan coffee. You know, just make sure it doesn't boil over. And I think you're gonna be safe. Or just travel to Jordan and see how they make it. Right, just stay safe.